Hello everyone, and today we will learn how to make a terrain in Blender. So first of all we will add a plane and scale it up real big. Then we go to sculpt mode and just checking the render settings if they are working or not. Yeah, they are perfectly good. And now we can select the clay strips brush and select the tan topo of 8 and select constant detail and refine method subdivision collapse. After that we'll start painting the scene. This is some basic sculpting. You can learn from any YouTube tutorial down there. And I'm just making the terrain for us to work with. Setting the camera position, where should be the camera. Now I can go to the edit, preferences, add-ons and search for landscape, or you can just like ant landscape. Yes, you can add a mesh or landscape and select that add-on, and now if you press shift A and go to mesh and add a landscape, so a very tiny landscape and you need to zoom in or scale that big. One problem with scaling is that you have to go high with the detailing also to preserve the details in it. And I just lost the settings for the other ones, so I remade a landscape. If you click out of it, you can't get this settings, so it's necessary that you don't click out of it. I will increase the mesh size because I want a great mountain, or you can leave it at 1:1 also. It is very good, and you can just change the offset. How's that again? Okay, so third try. Let's see. Let's go to 2. Keep this both to even, then you will get a very good height landscape, or it will appear stretched out. Now we'll increase the subdivisions to about double the amount we have, and you can of course see the minute details added to our landscape. The higher you go, you are taxing the render time, but the greater the details. 256 seemed okay, and I played with a couple of random seeds and determined that the first random seed was better, so went about 4 or 5 to check, but they kind of grew the same. So I took the first seed, and yeah, just drawing back to it. Yes, and I will change the height and the offset in these values to make the mountain a little taller. As you can see, it has cut off, so I will reduce the height value a little bit until it is less noticeable. 0.7 seems to do the job well. And now I can change the offset. If you turn it off real high, everything becomes plain as this. This is because all those different points become as one, because you're offsetting all of them to their normal positions. So just keep the offset low, 0.1, yes, like that. And I just played around with these values to make this mountain, but this was the best I could get. The main thing was the materials for this. Please don't mind the background noise of the constructions going on in our house. Now I will set scale that big to match our landscape and bring it down to the camera. And now I will just refit the position and keep on adding new landscapes. Just fast forward this little bit because it becomes tedious, and we have done this process before in my previous tutorial of how to make a mountain. I therefore did not use that method because it was far too tedious. This landscape generator generates a random landscape, and with that I only got snow mountains and I couldn't find materials for it. So I made a variety of mountains, perhaps 4 of them, and played with the settings to give them a nice look. By the way, this is the first part of the 2-part tutorial series perhaps I'm making. So we are just making the basic terrain here. In the next video we will perfect our grass particle systems, which we will discover in a little bit. And just kind of fill up the landscape now. I think the landscape is filled, and now after that we'll add materials to it. So that's it, and we will try to make the river in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.